Hey guys, it's me Shandrigan, and today's video is about Wuthering Wave, and I will do explanation here about a basic combat mechanic in Wuthering Wave and also the enhancement system like leveling, skill, something like that. And then we will do the discussion, is it the combat is good enough and the system itself, or is there any bad things that they need to improve? So let's get started. Like note, this is only as per CBT2, so maybe there's some of the small detail that they will change when it comes to the final product. Also, before you ask me where the elemental reaction, right now as per CBT2 it's completely gone, so there's no more right now. So let's start first with the basic about the combat in Wuthering Wave. Like other action RPG game, the basic button is pretty much the same, which is we will have normal attack, heavy attack or charge attack, and then plunging attack in here. And then we will have skill in here called resonance skill, and then we will have the ultimate or burst, it called resonance liberation. I really like the name in here for the burst. And let's move into the unique mechanic combat in Wuthering Wave. First is Forte Circuit. Forte Circuit, if you're familiar like PGR, it's similar like how core passive works. So usually every single character will have their own style. So in here I will not explain every single character because every single character in here is different, but I'll give you an example in here. So if you see the bar above HP and looks like kind of the sound wave, and that's the Forte Circuit for each of the character. And for you to trigger this, I say each character is different, right? But let's say we give example for Rover in here. You see on the beside the sound wave, they have like the kind of button that you need to press, right? In here they say E, right? So if you press E, then that means it will trigger for the Rover for the circuit. Maybe some of you could just wait, why the Forte Circuit button is the same with the skill? Basically in here for the Rover, before the circuit, it's on her skill. So if you see in here, the skill with a Forte Circuit is only like this, but with Forte Circuit, it has the additional flying sword. So that's what makes its difference. Another example in here is Sanhua. Sanhua in here for the Forte Circuit, you just need to press the charge attack or heavy attack, and then you need to match the pointer to the Forte Circuit bar in here, and it will trigger the move. If you didn't match the pointer, it will just trigger the normal heavy attack. It will different animation. So that's few of the example of Forte Circuit. If you also wonder how I can fill in this Forte Circuit gauge, most of the character in here you just need to keep attacking and the bar will full, and then after that you're ready to trigger that Forte Circuit. But if you want to know in details, I really recommend you to read their Forte Circuit skill description because maybe there's some hidden mechanic that we miss. So that's why I really encourage you to read first. The next one is Echoes. Echoes in here like same like pet, cup or whatever equivalent in here. So when you press the button, the cup will help you to attack, or you will transfer to become like that Echoes itself and it will attack. So it's like additional move that you can use in your combo variations. The next one is of course same like another Souls-like game. We will have dodge and parry in here. In here dodge and parry is very crucial, not like Genshin that you can ignore like Zhongli and then that's it. In here it's very crucial, especially parry, because it will help you to reduce the poise meter in the enemy. And the last one is intro and outro skill. So what is that exactly and how to trigger? So I just give you example to explain in here because it's a little bit hard to explain without example. So currently I use Genshin, right? And you see there's bar beside the HP and for the circuit bar, the little one that looks like a circle in here. So whenever the circle is full and you see your character selection in your party in here, whenever you switch up, let's say I want to switch up to Rover, then right now my Genshin will perform outro skill, and then whenever I switch to the Rover, it will trigger the intro skill. See my Rover doing another plunging animation in here? Yes, that's the intro skill of Rover. As for the outro skill, we will never see it because that's actually more like your passive when you switch out the character. So in order to know what your outro skill does, basically you just need to check. So one of the example, if I trigger outro skill from Genshin, my Genshin will give more damage for your burst or ultimate itself. You see the resonance liberation will increase whenever you trigger the outro skill. So yeah, one of the example is that. And that's everything about the character combat mechanic itself. Now I will talk a little bit about the enemy itself, but not about the mobs because the mobs doesn't have really a unique mechanic. It's only basically HP and that's it. But for the elite and the bosses itself, besides HP, they have another meter in here. You see below the HP, it's called poise meter. If you're ready, very similar with the Sekiro or Souls-like game, they have poise, right? So whenever they run out of poise, then you can stun that enemy itself. So you have free attack in here. So this is also very important in combat mechanic in Wuthering Wave. You need to take out this poise meter so you can have a free attack and then you can just all out in here. So as I mentioned before, how I can reduce this poise meter, basically just keep attacking. But if you want the one that decreasing by a lot is first parry and second trigger the intro skill. So those two is very crucial. So if you wonder how the combat feels compared to other action RPG gacha game, let's say like Genshin or PGR, if you say like PGR, yeah, it's pretty close, but for Genshin, it's actually quite different. Because Genshin itself, the key or the important thing in here that is the preparation before you enter the battle, meaning that if you decide a bad team synergy, then you will have hard time. But if you already like have a good synergy of your team, and pretty much when you come to the battle, you just need to maintain your rotation itself. And then basically that's it. Let's say you move Alhaitham, Nahida, Shincho, and Kuki, and you keep doing the same. And you just ignore the enemy mechanic, you can just ignore. But in Wuthering Waves, you cannot. You have to serve the enemy, you need to reduce the poise, you need to parry, you need to dodge. So you cannot just do the same rotation over and over again. So you need a reflex in here that makes it different. So you need a little bit your reflex and your in-game skill, which is, yeah, what they actually make it different in here. Now let's talk about the enhancement system in Wuthering Waves. So basically, if you play Genshin, it's actually very similar. If you already play that game, you will not have any hard time to kind of understand how this enhancement system works. So basically, first, if you want to increase your level and enhancement, you need this material, this one for fighting boss. This one you collect the plants like overworld. This one when you kill the mobs. So very similar like Genshin itself. Whenever also you want to increase your level, you need this kind of like these materials, very the same. Also for the weapon, same. If you want to increase the material, you need this material from using your energy. But in here, the difference is that weapon and skill material is combined, so that's actually good. You don't need to farm different stuff for weapon and your skill. So it's pretty much you need just to use the same material in here. And also for this one is farming from the enemy itself, your mobs. So for skill enhancement system, very same like Genshin. I'm sorry I keep mentioning, but it's actually very same. If you know from Genshin, it's just basically the same. You need material in here using your energy, and in here one from killing the enemy. And then if you have enough, you can upgrade. And on a certain level or certain skill, it requires from the weekly bosses material like this. In order for you to use like this skill, you need like weekly bosses beside this enhancement one. And the next one is sequence. Sequence meaning like if you pull more copy, you will get activate the sequence and it will buff your character. It's actually similar or equivalent, same like Constellation from Genshin or Eidolons from Honkai Star. So it's also the same. It go from sequence 1 until sequence 6. So meaning you need to collect until 6 copies. And the last one, which is Echoes. So Echoes, beside it acts like as a pet or cup that help you in the battles, doing combos, something like that. It's also help you to improve a lot for your stats itself. So it actually works like how artifact system work from Genshin, relics from Honkai Star or PGR is memory. So similar like that, this Echo. So before I start too, if you confused, how I will know like which echo that I will use for the battle itself? Easy, just put on the first slot. So in my case in here, if I put this bear in my first slot, that means I want to use this bear for my battle itself. You see there's a check mark in here, echo ability, check mark in here. If you put in the second slot, it didn't have check. So that means this bear the one that I want to use in the battle itself. And if you wonder how you can farm your echoes, for echoes you just need to travel your world itself and kill all those monsters, and you will get your echoes. So basically, to farm your artifact in here, you just need to kill monster without any energy at all. So it's free of energy. So if you even hardcore, you can even go to another people co-op and you can farm like infinite time of amount. And yeah, you can do that if you're hardcore. Of course, in Wuthering Wave also you have option for you to use your energy to farm your echo. So same like artifacts farming using the resin itself. However, like if in this game that you can farm echoes for free, why you want to spend the energy, right? Unless you are whales. So that's why I don't really recommend if you're free to play or low spender. At take notes for the echoes, you cannot just put whatever echoes that you like in here because it has cost. You see right now I've been using 9 from the 12 of the cost itself. So how you know like how many echoes that you will be used? You can see in here my bear right now, it has cost of 3. You just see in here, it's been like 3 cost, 1 cost, 1 cost, 3 cost, 1 cost, so total is 9. So your cost management also very important in here. And besides that, I told you it will improve your stats, right? Yeah, you can see in here is to improve your spectral damage bonus, improve defense, HP, something like that you share in here. And the things that I want to remind, this is not like Genshin where the flower is fixed or the feather is fixed, something like that. In here, it's no fixed. Everything in here, the main stat is random. So yeah, it's a little bit rough in here. And also what makes it even a little bit ridiculous in here, is the subset in here, you need to do another with another item. And if you want to increase the level too, you need another item too. So you need two different item enhancement. One for the level, one is for the tuning to unlock your substat. And your subset in here that you will unlock also random in here. So we can say like it's similar like Genshin, but we can say it worse. Because everything here is basically just random over random, RNG over RNG. And also pretty much the same like how artifact system work or memory sets work from PGR. If you manage to make, let's say like 2 pieces of the same like Spectro. This is Spectro, right? The light one and the light one I have 2. So that means I will get this effect. If I put this 5, I will get this effect. So it's pretty much the same like how artifact system works. And the last one, this is not really directly connected, but worth to know because it will help you with your reward, something like that, which is Salt Pace and Union level. These two is actually similar like Genshin is adventure rank and the world level. So the higher of this level and rank, that means also you will get higher or better reward. So let's say if you want to farm your material in here, if you get like higher rank, you will not just get from this green, blue and purple, right? It will go until golden. So same like Genshin. So right now I only until purple, but soon if I already advance forward, I will get until golden. So something like that. So you get like higher rarity for your higher level. And additional stuff that I want to say, it's pretty much different from Genshin, Washar, or even PGR itself, which is data banks. Data banks actually acts like same like Pokédex. So the more Pokemon or echoes that you collect, it will also register in here. But in Wuthering Wave, it will increase your level of your data bank itself in here. You can see why this is very important, because right now at level 0, if you're ready starting point, right, you only have rank 2. Rank 2, that means like artifacts like 2-star equivalent, and cost limit is 8. And then whenever you reach like the last one, which is 20, you will get like Echoes rank 5 or equivalent like artifact 5-star itself, which is that's the end game that you want to go. And also cost limit become 12, easy to get Echoes too. So in here, besides you just care about your union level or your level itself from your character itself, you need to collect Echoes as much as you can. Don't be lazy. If not, you will not get your artifacts 5-star or your Echoes rank 5 in here. And that's everything that I want to talk about the combat mechanic and enhancement system. Now I want to list which one that I like and I don't like and what things that can be improved. First, I really enjoy the stylish, fast-paced action combat, doing the combo, something like that. It's very actually enjoyable. It's even feel a lot more smooth than PGR, a lot more fast. So I say it's very fun. Second is for the circuit and echoes actually add more variation and uniqueness for Wuthering Wave, which is I glad at, because I think these two makes this game actually quite unique. Third, the dodge and the parry mechanic in here give more even in-depth of the game itself, which is good. Give me like feeling of PGR, Dark Souls, or even like Monster Hunter, something like that. And that's everything about that I like. And things that I will say I don't like about this Wuthering Wave combat and enhancement system, mostly it's not the combat. I will only say all the enhancement system that I really hate, which is most of people already talk. The echo enhancement system is very bad because the main set I already say it's random and everything is random, because it's not same like Genshin where the flower is fixed to HP, right? This is all random, so 5 pieces is random. Also subset also random, and if you want to unlock more subset, you need another item. If you want to increase the level, you need another item too, so that's 2 different items. You cannot increase your level by using echoes, and that's also annoying. So your echoes pretty much wasted. So you will dealing a lot of RNG on RNG, and you can like farming for 3 years and get nothing. And in here where I feel they should improve. So of course in here the first thing that I want them to improve is just the echo enhancement system. Improve the quality of life. Don't just copy like Genshin. Make it like you can lock the substat and you just choose which one you want to increase for the subset. Just make the main stat is random, fine. But for you to get like this subset itself, you can lock it, so it will not seem like Genshin. Make it like improve the quality of life at least, or whatever that help to not like dealing with too much RNG. I hope they improve in here. Another stuff that they can improve, which is the camera itself can be better. The enemy sometimes still bug, they can improve that. The animation can be more smoother, and then some of the movement still kind of weird, they can improve in that. So that's pretty much only technical stuff like matters like polishing. So if you ask me, is it the overall combat is good enough? For me, yes. For the combat it's already good enough. Only enhancement system that I say they need to fix. So that's pretty much it. Then if you like this video, feel free to hit the button and like, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.